Charming fact. There's the door.
All right, cool. So when we run into a big guy with a shield...
You are big, boasting, battering, and I blend behind. Daggers in darkness. 1, 2, 3.
Assuming that actually means what I think it does. Great. Seriously, look at this place. Know why it lasted so long? Siege mentality. It may be above ground, but the old dwarves built this city like a mountain might fall on it.
When did you study architecture?
You learn a few things about walls after knocking enough of them down.
You are not Talvashoth Iron Bull. Not really.
Well, that's a fucking relief.
You are a man who made a choice. Possibly the first of your life.
I've always liked fighting. What if I turned savage, like the other Talvashoth?
You have the Inquisition. You have the Inquisitor. And you have me.
Thanks, Solus. Good fight. Wasn't expecting so many of them.
This must have been the Venatore's main camp.
Considering how many we killed, they won't be getting much work done.
Come on. We should still find what they were after. From a diary.
Not real curious about whoever did this, thanks.
Greetings.
Ours shall be the burden of knowledge, to take into the earth and prove us worthy.
That's the chant, right? Do I respond or something?
The righteous shall carry the Maker's word to every corner of his house.
All right, well, good luck.
Hello again.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
How'd you get over here so fast?
Blessed are those that walk in the sight of the Maker.
So the blessing lets you walk faster. Could be useful.
Rest at the Maker's right hand and be forgiven.
How are you here? Are you following me?
The nations that deny the Maker are as a child that denies a mother.
I do not think she means us harm. But something is not right here.
You have found we. Take this gift. Do not falter. In the absence of light, shadows thrive.
Ah, of course.
See what's in this one.
Fine. But let's not linger.
Not fond of deserts after what you've been through?
The last time I was in a desert, I woke up to find ghasts stealing our weapons and armor. The first thing I saw was the little monsters trying to drag us off into some dank pit.
Wait. Ghasts? Pits? Ghast holes?
I'm never telling this story again.
How did you escape?
You'd be surprised what a man armed with a rock and a headache can do.
All these pieces of metal inside the tombs we found, they make up a key. Might be something here. Better take a closer look. What is that?
Dragon. Gotta be.
There's our dragon.
Hungry. So hungry. She would have slept longer, but it was all too loud. So now she needs to eat.
She's right between us and that building. Think she did that on purpose?
Their light is very far away. Some of them are gone.
Like this before. Is this what the Venatori were after?
Ah, you're holding the legacy of a paragon. Empires used to kill for them. Heck, they still do. Whatever it does, it's probably ancient and invaluable, so try not to drop it in the sand.
I thought you weren't interested in dwarven history.
If you want an encyclopedia entry, it may as well be from someone charming.
Visitor. Welcome to the Western Approach. You're a long way from the Winter Palace now. Between the sandstorms and the vicious wildlife, we haven't made it far out here. One of my men got too close to a poison hot spring and gave me a slightly delirious report of a high dragon flying overhead. In short, this might just be the worst place in the entire world. Be careful out there.
Are you worried about me?
Someone has to be. And try not to die. I don't want to deliver that report to Skyhold. We intercepted a Venatori messenger and, persuaded him to give up the orders he was carrying. We have them here. This entire place. It just feels like something's not right. Be careful.
That's a lot of carts. Why are they even out here?
What are the odds that all these people just happen to die here?
Frederick of Seralt. Looks like he lost a shipment of supplies.
What happened here?
Nobody should be out here but Grey Wardens. Something's very wrong. Well, here are the missing owners of those carts.
this horrible and wrote about it. These people are wrong in every possible way.
We're fighting her, right? Tell me we're fighting her, boss.
Visitors? Thank the Maker. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone. Have you come to observe the wildlife too?
I think I found your supplies. A dead man out in the desert had these on him.
Dead? Blessed Andraste. What about Marcus or Jeannette? This is terrible news. I am Frédéric of Serrault, foremost researcher of draconology in Orlais. I came here with an expedition from the university. But the others are all missing, and our work has been halted. White Claw raiders have made off with much of our supplies. You will help me reclaim the equipment, will you not? You will champion the advancement of science.
You're a scholar. What can you tell me about this region?
The Western Approach is a remarkable place, as you are no doubt aware. Many magnificent creatures make their home here. Vargusts, dragons, phoenixes. They thrive where few others can. The land was poisoned by the Second Blight. The Warden Fortress has stood since that time. Before the Blight, the ancient Imperium ruled here. Actually, I saw some Tevinters recently. Studying the runes, perhaps.
The rest of your team went missing, and there are raiders all over the area. Should you be here alone?
I don't know what happened to the rest of the expedition, but the raiders have left me completely undisturbed. I have also seen Grey Wardens and strangers in odd black clothing, but they all ignore my presence completely.
Tell me about yourself.
I am a professor at the University of Orlais. I have made it my life's work to write the definitive monograph on the hunting habits of dragons and their closest kin. On this trip alone, I have produced 20 scrolls of notes, more scholarship than has ever been done on the Southern Vargest. But my hope, my great ambition, is to observe the abyssal high dragon taking her prey, a sight no scholar has ever recorded.
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
But some of our equipment is still missing. If you happen to find more of it, please let me know.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Well, well. Supplies for one Frederick of Serrault. Convenient.
Guess the Vince will be pissed with you running to warn everyone at Haven, huh?
Not that my warning did much good.
Didn't see any rebel mages coming to do it.
There is that. The ones who didn't join the Venatori either ran off or were killed.
Ah, see? Good on you. Way to join the underdogs.
I'm thrilled. Really.
What was that? Oh, my fellow researcher. What can I do for you?
I have the supplies you were waiting for right here.
Now that I have my recipes back, I'll be able to concoct a bait the High Dragon cannot resist. I have most of what I need, but I still need to gather quillback intestines and a phoenix's tail feather.
You study dragons? I'd be interested in hearing more about that.
Oh, they are fascinating and little understood creatures, thought extinct for centuries. Now they seem to be making a comeback. The Nevarrans wrote extensively on breeding and nesting behavior, but high dragon hunting patterns have never been studied. I would be most interested if you come across any Gurn corpses that might be victims of dragon attacks.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Now, Venatori, throw yourselves upon the fire! Damn you!
Shall we knock?
It will be my pleasure.
Here, Inquisitor! I am ready to serve! Light is nothing! He will reign! Master, I join your glory. Die!
It's a solid fortress. The Inquisition could make use of it.
Inquisitor, you're early. We've barely been set up a week. I have a patrol out at the moment. Some of the men sighted Darkspawn in the area. The Venatori have retreated, but scouts haven't pinpointed where they've gone yet. We're reasonably well entrenched here, but the keep's water supply has been problematic. It's causing delays. I'll prepare the troops for inspection at once.
What's wrong with the water supply?
The fort's well is full of garbage. Blasted Venatori threw corpses in there. There's an oasis nearby, but a Vargast claimed it. Doing a decent job of keeping us away, too. 4 soldiers have already fallen to venom and claws. We'll need reinforcements to drive the monster out.
What can you tell me about the Darkspawn in the area?
The Darkspawn seem to have emerged since we took the keep. I've warned the troops not to engage unless absolutely necessary. We don't need a blight in the ranks. We have to find whatever hole the monsters came from and seal it.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
Compared to what you must have seen in the Winter Palace, this place is calm. All we've got are man-eating giant lizards, lunatics, monsters, and a giant hole full of Darkspawn. At least nobody's asked us to dance with them.
We haven't met, have we? What's your name, soldier? Where have you served?
I beg your pardon, Inquisitor. Knight Captain Rylan at your service. I served with the Templars in Starkhaven until they all ran off to the hills, barking at the moon. Commander Cullen offered me a job, and I was glad to do anything to help stop all this madness.
What are your duties here, Captain?
I am Commander Cullen's second-in-command. As such, I handle logistics for many of our more high-risk missions. I also coordinate reports for the commander from agents out in the field.
How is the Inquisition treating you so far, Captain?
It's good work. Some of it's a touch batty, but I'm always glad to be doing something useful, Inquisitor. There's no shortage of things that need repaired, shored up, or just a good bucket of water dumped on them.
If you were in Starkhaven, how do you know Cullen?
After Kirkwall exploded, Starkhaven sent aid. Rubble fell on much of the city. A lot of people were homeless or trapped in collapsed buildings. I coordinated rescue efforts, and met Cullen while he was trying to command what was left of Kirkwall's Templars.
You didn't want to leave the Chantry with the others of your order?
Sacred duties are all well and good, but someone needs to do real work now and then. If the barracks are on fire, I'm going for water, not standing around smiting the ash for heresy. Ah, respectfully speaking, of course, Inquisitor.
Carry on, Captain.
Yes, Inquisitor.
I'm not going.
The Darkspawn got through. I'll have to see what our people at Skyhold can do.
It seems very unlikely that she could be nesting at this time of year. Ah, fellow researcher, how can I help you?
I spotted several dragon signs around the approach.
Most excellent, my friend. I don't suppose you noted the wound pattern? No matter, I'll look into that later. Andraste's mercy. From what I can tell, the dragon has been moving east and will be scouring the wastes next. Naturally, the dragon's hunting ground is full of miscreants, White Claw raiders. They've covered the area in traps for Maker only knows reasons. Quite a mess.
We'll have to speak some other time.
That made someone angry. Better be ready.
Of course, Duran's theory of High Dragon behavior is absurd, but... Oh. Yes? Did you need something?
The raiders are no longer in the way.
I've made note of the appropriate spots in the wastes for you to place lures. I must locate my supplies to create the bait. Then we can proceed.
We'll have to speak some other time.